Yo, YouTube, what is up? My name is Gore, and believe it or not, this is my YouTube debut here. I be honest with you, it might be the last person on the planet to get into this kind of thing, but here I am, and we're going to kind of see how this goes here. So, what I want to accomplish in this first video here is kind of a couple of things. Number one, I kind of want to get myself out there a little bit and kind of tell you what this channel is going to be about. And obviously, as you can see on your screen here, the other way, there we go. It's going to be mostly sports related, but my big two passions in my life are sports and gaming. So I'm going to try to mingle the two together, and I'm going to kind of weave that in with my Twitch channel, which will be linked down below. It might skew more towards the sports side of things, but on the live stream, it will be definitely a mix. So, but what I wanted to get started with here is before we get to the college picks, and basically what I'm going to do is I am going to use ESPN's format. They do the college pick 'em every week. It's going to pick 10 games, and I use the confidence system. I don't use the straight up, although you can. But for me, I'm going to be using confidence. I'm going to be ranking the games each week from 10 to 1, 10 being my most confident, 1 being my least. And we'll go from there. And but before I get to those picks, I want to kind of maybe get into a little bit of the general college football news that's been going on in terms of alignment, realignment, and all this crazy shit that's been going on the last few months. In general, I feel kind of it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Really, there's always been a regional element to college football, right? That's what makes it special and its own unique thing. That's kind of being destroyed here in this whole realignment deal. You've got West Coast teams in the conference with East Coast teams, and you have rivalries that are 100 years plus going strong, just completely turned upside down for no real reason other than obviously what they're all after, and that's the big paycheck. So it's unfortunate that this year might be the last, recognizable year of college football before it all gets jumbled up. But look, as a diehard of the sport, I am, I'm still going to watch. It's not going to change anything as far as that's concerned. But it certainly does leave a sour taste in my mouth. I really think it's a tragedy that some of these teams from the West are just being absorbed by East Coast conferences. And honestly, Oregon, Michigan on some Saturday in October, it just doesn't really do it for me. It's a great bowl game. It's a game that I'll get into. It's certainly something at the end of the year that I would enjoy. But to call that a conference game in October, it just doesn't move the needle, especially when that comes at the cost of Oregon State, say. The Civil War's, probably gone for the most part unless they schedule each other out of conference. But that's just so sad to me that game and other games like it, like Washington State, are going to go by the wayside in favor of Oregon traveling to Rutgers and shit like that. Like, it just, who cares? Like, who cares? But here we are. That's the world we're in. And, I don't even think it's fair to call it alignment or realignment, because nobody's really aligning with anything other than the almighty dollar. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good thing for the sport. It's a good thing for the moneymakers, but I don't think it's a good thing for the sport. I'm sure there are maybe a few people who might think differently. I don't know. I haven't met one, but I would love to hear what you guys think about the whole realignment stuff as I get started here. Post a comment down below. Maybe get a little conversation going on that. Would love to hear your thoughts on realignment, and maybe you're a fan of one of these teams, and maybe you have skin in the game, and you might want to weigh in on that too. Would love to hear from you on that. So with that being said, let's get into my picks here. Basically, what I'm going to do on this channel is I'm going to do this every single week, We're going to do these ESPN picks every single week for college. Probably also going to do the NFL as well. Probably going to do the NFL pick'ems as well. I haven't quite decided on doing fantasy yet. I don't even know if I can do that on you. I don't know. Not undecided on whether I'm going to do like the organized fantasy football stuff. But we're definitely going to be doing the picks. I may weave in some gaming videos if I do, because like I say, I'll link my Twitch. I'm going to kind of try and combine them on the live stream that I do during the week as well. Play some games that I enjoy playing, as well as kind of talking shop. That's what I love doing. I love talking shop with the boys. I love talking sports. I am addicted to it. It's a big part of my life, and I would love to have you guys join me for that, both here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. But without further ado, let's get started on these week 1 picks for college, which fantastically starts Saturday. So the good thing about week 1, if you want to get off to a good start, is it kind of gives you a couple of freebies here to work with. You can pick up some points fairly easily, and I think I'm going to do that here with a couple of teams. The first one I'm going to put as my number 10. This is my the game I'm most confident about is actually right up at the top here. I'm going to take Illinois, and I'm going to move them to 10. I don't think Toledo really has much of a shot in this one. Illinois get pretty easy 10 points, I feel, in that one. I think the next game I'm going to go with here for my number 9, I think I'm going to go with Penn State over West Virginia. And the thing is, I like West Virginia. I like Neil Brown. I think he's a good coach, but he's really not gotten the results out of West Virginia yet. Penn State, obviously a very well coached team, and I think they'll be able to handle business here against West Virginia as well. So I feel like I got a couple of good freebies here. The other one out, this might be a little bit risky, putting 8 points on this game, but I'm going to do it. I am going to put 8 points on Rutgers at home against Northwestern. I just think it's less to do with Rutgers than it is Northwestern. The program is in shambles. They just fired the coach. Obviously, there are some off-the-field issues that, are serious, and that's what led to Pat Fitzgerald being fired. And Pat Fitzgerald really gave Northwestern a lot of success. I know not lately, but Northwestern did have a good run with him overall. And I think firing him kind of throws the program into a bit of chaos. They had to they had no chance to really hire anybody from outside the campus. They had to promote from within, with it being so late. And you could look at it one of two ways. They're either going to completely fall apart and have another terrible year, or it's going to kind of galvanize them a little bit and they'll overachieve some. But I still think Rutgers is going to win that game, and I think they'll do it fairly handily. Here's the other one. I'm not all that. I know a lot of people are picking it, but I'm not super thrilled about it. I will pick Purdue over Fresno State, and I'll move it here to number 7. I don't fully trust Purdue. I don't. I think they could get picked off, but I'm gonna lean Purdue in that game, and I'll put the points on them as well. Even though that's probably, a bit risky for me. The next ones I'm going to skip a little bit. I'm actually going to go, I'm going to take a flyer on a team here, and I'm going to put it at number 1. I'll do low confidence, and I'm just going to swing for the fences with an upset here. I have this here. I picked Cal, and then I went, you know what? No. Cal is not a very good football team, and I know North Texas isn't either, but they're at least a 500 team. And I don't know that I could say that about Cal. So I'll just swing for the fences here on an upset early week 1. I'll take North Texas over Cal in the upset. Look, I'm not a North Texas football expert, but Cal's just not very good. And maybe I know a lot of people are picking them. I don't care. I'm just going to take the flyer on North Texas and see what happens. Upsets happen, right? You got to try and find them, and maybe I get one here. So the next game I'm going to go with is, let's see, I'll take Houston over UTSA, and I'll go here and I'll move them up to 6. These two teams played a really good game last year. UTSA is no laughing matter. They're no laughing stock. They're a serious team. That not in the Power 5, but they're a serious non-Power 5 team. Like I said, they gave Houston a lot of trouble last year. I think Houston will win at home this time. I think, who knows? Houston, I feel like they're the offensive team. I know they lost the wide receiver. Tank Dell went to the NFL, but I still feel like the philosophy's there. And I think Houston will be able to do just enough offensively to get the job done in this game. I don't, defensively, they're always inconsistent, but we'll see. I like them. I like them enough to put points on them. I like Tulane a lot. I know they lost some guys, but at the beginning of last year, who would have thought you would have seen Tulane playing USC in a major bowl game and coming back to beat them in one of the wildest bowl games you'll ever see? Pretty cool. I like the underdog story, but now it's a bit of a different thing with Tulane. Now, as you can see, they're ranked 24 in the preseason. I don't like preseason rankings at all in general. For me, I would rather have no preseason rankings, wait at least a month into the regular season, see how teams are shaking out and playing, and then start ranking them. But nonetheless, here we are. It's a different story for Tulane this year. They came out of nowhere and surprised people. This year, they're going to be a marked target a little bit, right? They're gonna be ranked in the top 25. They're going to have expectations. How are they going to manage that? But they're well coached, so I think they're going to take care of business here against South Alabama. It leaves me 3 games left. I don't have great feels about either of them. Honestly, I guess I'll take TCU here, and I'll move them to 4 over the much-anticipated debut of Deion Sanders on the sidelines at Colorado. I know he brought a bunch of people in there. You've seen all the videos from inside the meeting rooms and all that, and Deion's Deion. He's going to be entertaining one way or another, but I don't know how good the team's going to be right away. And obviously, I think TCU, coming off the embarrassment in the championship game, I think they'll take a step back this season, but I still think they're going to be pretty good. I don't know where they're going to shake out, but again, they're ranked 17th in the top 25 to begin the year. Who knows if that's real or not? Like I said, they lost some players. Obviously, Quentin Johnston's off in the NFL. D. Winters, as a 49er fan, is trying to make a spot with us. But I like TCU over Colorado. But I'll be watching that game, ironically, more for Deion Sanders and see how his Colorado team shakes out. Who knows? Like I said, a lot of transfers, lots of new in Colorado this year. So I think they could compete for bowl eligibility. But they've been a bad program for a while. So he's got a lot of work to do. The last 2 games here, I guess I'll take. You know what I'll do? I'll take Army here, and I'll move them to 4 and drop the TCU game down. Army's always hard to prepare for, right? Much less at the beginning of the season when you're just kind of getting things started. And it's the Army, so they're going to be disciplined. They're going to be ready to play, and they know their system in and out, the triple option. Louisiana Monroe had a better year than expected, I guess, last year. They kind of took a step. Maybe they take another step, but who knows? I just think Army is a tough team to prepare for in general, so I'll give the nod to Army there. And that leaves us with probably the best game of the slate here. This is truly a coin flip for me. Both these teams are kind of always entertaining for one reason or another. North Carolina, Drake May is going to throw it all over the place, and he's an NFL talent, and the offense is going to look good, but they don't play any kind of consistent defense at all. They're always going to leave you hanging in the game somehow or another. South Carolina, it's Beamer ball, right? Like it's the offense will be better. They played better at the end of last year. Spencer Rattler played better. We'll see with South Carolina, but they're going to play defense. at least adequately. And the special teams is, the Beamer special. So, he's got some tricks up his sleeve. I actually might, and again, this is why I don't like preseason rankings. This 50-50 here through ESPN, I'm going to give a slight, I'll take South Carolina here in a game that it might be viewed as a bit of an upset here. But I'll take South Carolina to do enough against North Carolina to get the win. And I think I got to put a tiebreaker in here. How many points Colorado TCU? I don't know. We'll just say, 60 or something. And we'll save them up like that. And there you have it. So hopefully you would tune in here. Give me your feedback on some of these picks. Are you playing? Are you playing every week? Who do you like? Do you have some other upsets here that maybe I didn't pick? What do you think about these? And like I say, going forward, we're gonna do these every week. We're gonna throw the NFL in when it comes time to do that. Fantasy football is kind of up in the air, but maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And over on my live stream on Twitch, which I will be doing during the week, would love to talk to you guys about the goings on in both the world of sports and in what I play. As far as the gaming goes, you'll probably see ARPGs and MMOs along those lines. I mainly play Path of Exile, World of Warcraft, Diablo, stuff like that. But would love the opportunity to talk shop with you guys. So leave a comment, comment, and subscribe. Do the thing. And be sure to check out my Twitch stream as well. I'll have some links down below in the descriptions to my other channels. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate the time to watch this video. Maybe your picks line up, maybe they don't. Would love to hear about them, like I say. And I will see you either on Twitch or in my next video. Peace.